What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. So, in light of some sad news, a young rapper, a young man that I think was only 20 years old, by the name of Lil Loaded, is a rapper, passed away today, right? And that news has been circulating social media, and a lot of people are wondering about the cause of his death. So apparently, allegedly, one of his close friends came out and said that Lil Loaded took his own life, committed suicide, due to a situation with his girlfriend, right? A bad or negative situation with his girlfriend. Supposedly, maybe his girlfriend may have been unfaithful, right? And it's very, very sad news. Tragic, tragic. If a young brother, any young man is out here, trying to live his life in a purposeful manner and they lose their life, it's terrible. Somebody's son, somebody's child, somebody's brother, somebody's, best friend, so on and so forth. It's a horrible thing, right? But, in light of that news, I don't even know if that's true or not. I don't know if that's a true situation. But if that situation is true, that he committed suicide over a negative situation with his girlfriend, I want to give this message to all young men, all young brothers out here, right? It's okay for you to love a woman, you to treat a woman good, for you to enjoy beautiful moments with a woman, and to love her wholeheartedly, right? But at the end of the day, if things don't go right or they're not going the way you want it to go, if a woman is doing you foul and she's stepping out on you, young brother, just leave. Just pick up your stuff, move on, and leave. Because I'm going to tell you right now, there is no woman in this world worth taking your life over, worth taking another person's life over, or going to jail for at all. You know what I mean? Like, there's no, when I say that, there's no woman that, when I say those things, right, what I'm saying is if a woman cheats on you and she's unfaithful to you, the last thing you want to do is harm anybody or to harm yourself. For one, when you have attained a certain type of status, now I haven't heard any of the young man's music, but apparently he got a following because it was circulating around social media. You're starting to make some money that can change your people's lives. You got your whole life ahead of you. Whole life ahead of you. You don't wanna harm yourself and do something that you can never go back on. Because at the end of the day, regardless, if that woman may be sad about something that may happen to you for a little minute, but eventually she gonna move on with her life and be on to somebody else, or be ended up with the dude that she was creeping around on you with, right? So there's no need for you to cause any harm to yourself, brother. You got a whole life ahead of you. You got people that love you. You got family that may be dependent on you. You got family that just love you and love having you around, that care about you. You got a mother, right? You got a father. You got, possibly sisters and brothers that look forward to seeing you and hugging you and kissing you every chance they get. You don't want to take yourself away from this earth prematurely. We all, listen, life is already rough as it is, man. We got COVID going around, a lot of different diseases going around. It's alien, especially the black community. We're dying. A lot of people are dying much younger than what they want to in the first place. You don't want to harm yourself, brother. You got a whole life to live. You got a chance to do some great things in life. You got a chance to achieve some success that most people only dream of achieving. Keep at it. Focus on yourself. Hone your craft, whatever you're working on, and take that to the next level and maximize on that. If a woman don't realize your worth and realize what you've done for her, or what you do for her, or how much you love her, move on, young brothers. If she don't appreciate that and she want to go be with somebody else, let her go be with somebody else. Don't harm her. Don't do nothing to have you in jail. Because I promise you, when you sitting in jail, if you do something to have you sitting in jail, you're going to think about it and you're going to think, damn, it wasn't even worth it. It wasn't even worth it. Because a lot of times I see brothers, I watch a lot of these TV shows, and brothers go off the edge when their woman is unfaithful, and, they end up in a situation locked up for a whole bunch of years. And they regret it. It's a lot of wet pillows in jail and stuff like that, because they like, man, I should have thought things through. I should have calmed down. I should have take a little moment to breathe, to just sit down and think before I respond, and think before I act. And that's always the thing, man. You have to think before you act on certain situations, man, because after a while you're gonna calm down. You're gonna and I'm not saying you shouldn't be angry, you shouldn't be upset. That's a normal emotion. You're gonna be upset, you're gonna be hurt, you're gonna feel betrayed, so on and so forth, right? That's normal. It's okay to feel that way. I'm not gonna tell you you should be stripped of your human emotions. But at the end of the day, you don't want to go and do something that you're gonna regret for the rest of your life. You don't want to harm yourself. You don't want to take yourself from this world. You don't want to take yourself from your family. You don't want to take nobody else's life, take nobody else from their family. You don't want to be locked up in jail for a long time. Just think things through. Think things through. Calm down. Relax. And say, you know what? The best way to handle this is just to take my things, gather myself together, gather yourself, collect yourself, and pick yourself up and keep it moving. That's the best response to a woman that's cheating on you or doing you wrong or ain't treating you right or treating you foul or whatever. Just move along. Just move on. Because at the end of the day, you're going to find you somebody else who's going to treat you the way that you want to be treated, who's going to love you the way you want to be loved, who's going to appreciate everything that you do for them. So just keep it moving. You know, it's a sad situation if this young brother did do that, you know, over his girlfriend. But even if he didn't, I know so many situations where guys have done things because the girl no longer wanted to be with them, or a woman may have been unfaithful to them, and so on and so forth. But you don't never want to do anything that you're going to regret, right? Because I want to say this, man, an hour worth of anger can lead to 25 years worth of consequences, 30 years worth of consequences. An hour of anger, because after that hour, you'll probably start to mellow out. Maybe an hour or two, you're gonna start thinking, man, you know what? She might have did me a favor. I don't need that woman in the first place. I can find me better. You're gonna gather yourself and you're gonna move on, right? As you should. But you never wanna take yourself away from this earth prematurely, man. You want to live a long, prosperous, and fruitful life. You want to see the fruits of your labor. You want to be successful. You want to achieve great things. And you want to build a legacy. And that's what life is all about, building a legacy, whether it's with family, a financial legacy, and making your name, etching your name in the sand where you will be remembered for something that you did on this earth. Whether it be how you made people feel, what you did for your family, what you did for your community, what you did for your people, you know what I mean? Whatever you did in the craft, that whatever field of human endeavor that you really excel in, you want to be remembered for whatever you strive to be great in, for real. But you don't want to take your life over a partner who is unfaithful. You don't want to hurt yourself or hurt anybody else or do something to have you locked up over a partner that don't love you and don't appreciate you. Because at the end of the day, even if it's for a minor offense, you come out and you do some battery or something, you got a record now. You got a record which will stop you from doing the other great things that you want to do in life. Can't do certain things with a record. It's certain stuff you cannot do. It's certain fields and certain doors you can't open. There's certain doors you can't open or won't be open to you with the record. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, you gotta really, I keep saying at the end of the day, golly. In the grand scheme of things, you have to think about what's best for you. What's best for you? Was that woman best for you? No, she wasn't. And even for the women, was that man best for you? No, he wasn't. You gotta pick yourself up and say, I'm gonna move forward. Hey, things happen in life. Things always don't go our way. That's what life is about. Things ain't gonna always go our way. Some things gonna hit us like a ton of bricks. Some things are gonna hurt our feelings. Some things are gonna have us emotional, gonna have us distraught. Some things are gonna break our hearts for real, for real. They're gonna break our hearts. But at the end of the day, you don't want to do something that you're gonna regret. You don't want to You don't want to let your anger take you to a place that you do something and you gonna, before you know it, you be like, oh my God, what have I done? And you wish you could reverse it, but we can't. We know we can't reverse time. We know we can't do that. So all you can do is focus on yourself, focus on you, do whatever you aspire to be. Take that to the next level, and use whatever happened to you as inspiration and motivation to get where you're trying to go in life. Whatever negative happens to you with a significant other or whatever, use that as motivation to get wherever you want to go in life and take you to the mountaintop. You know, because life is about climbing over barriers, knocking down obstacles, knocking down doors, getting to that mountaintop, and they keep striving, keep striving, keep striving. I know me, myself, I want to build generational wealth for my family, for my children. You know, I want to do a lot of great things. But I know I can't do those things if I let somebody take me out of my element. If somebody ain't harming my family or harming my children or, you know, posing a life and danger threat to my people, right? I can't be out here taking nobody's life over an argument. I can't be out here, you know, I know I can't take my life over something that happens, you know, something that happened that I don't like or whatever, or that hurts my feelings or hurt me to the core, because I got children to live for. I got parents that love me. I got sisters in the family that love me. You know, I got mouths to feed. I can't do that. You know, and again, I'm not blaming the young brother or anything like that at all. Not at all. You know, sometimes people deal with trauma and they don't know how to, they have trauma in their life and they don't know how to handle those things. And if you're a person that may be struggling with how to deal with trauma, it's always good to go and seek therapy for things like that. There's nothing wrong with that. Seek therapy, talk to somebody, try to figure out how to pull yourself out of the hole that you're in, or the slumps or the dumps that you're feeling. Figure out a way to, whatever you can to pull yourself out of it, whatever positive way to pull yourself out of it, I should say. Figure out whatever positive method you need to figure out to pull yourself out of it. But the last thing you should be thinking about is trying to take your life, take another person's life, or do something to have you locked up. Right? You don't want to do that. Because this is what it is. When it's all said and done, and if you in a situation where you did something to somebody and you got to serve 25, 30 years, you're like, I ruined my life. I ruined my life for something that something that could have just been like, okay, you could have used that moment as a learning lesson to move forward and push forward, rather than to do something you don't want to do. Right? We all want to live well, I know most of us do. Want to live long, prosperous lives. Want to see our kids grow up, want to have kids, want to see our kids grow up, want to see grandkids, want to see your brothers and sisters thrive, you want to see your parents get old and live and help your parents live comfortably after all the sacrifices they made for you. But please, young brothers, don't hurt yourself or take your life over something that doesn't go right with your significant other. That significant other gonna move on. They're gonna be with somebody else. They're gonna live their life. Maybe with somebody else after that or whatever. You know, they're gonna live their life. And at the end of the day, you gotta do the same and live yours. Pick up the pieces and keep it moving forward, y'all. Again, it's not no slight to this young brother. I'm not down on this young brother at all. Rest in peace to him. My condolences to his family, his friends, and his loved ones. Even if that's the case, I don't know if that's really the true situation. Why he may have, if he even committed suicide, it's not public that he did, but his friends say he committed suicide, right? So, but any young man or any young woman for that matter who's going through a difficult time with a significant other that may be unfaithful or may be not loving them right or loving them like they want to, don't take your life. Don't take anybody else's life. It's not worth it in the end. Machiavelli Mills TV, I'm out. Peace.